Hi, everybody. I was looking around to see why it was taking so long, and I just realized that my jetpack fell down. So I think that the internet wasn't as strong, and so I was a little bit late to the party. How is everybody tonight? I love that I've been seeing everybody on here tonight. And before I get going, let me just thank my wonderful mods, Carol and Kyle, for being on here and being early and greeting everyone. And I got to see some of your conversation, but we'll catch up later. I love my mods, and thank you so much. And also, I love the early birds that were on here tonight. Kathy Decree, Rayda, Jodi Paletta. Jodi, I hope I'm saying your last name right. And let's see. And I wanted to tell Kyle, thank you for putting the what links up. Please be ready if you can to put them up individually if they come up in topic as well. But thank you for loading them up front. That might help some people, and I really appreciate your thoughtfulness. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Um, I'm looking at everybody. I'm not talking to y'all because I'm reading comments. So y'all just watch me read comments tonight. I'm a little bit out of it, and I'm going to share with y'all why. But I love that everybody's on here is talking, and there were the early birds, and since then I've seen let's see, Wondering Nature is on here. My cousin Michael is on here. Oh, Margie, RV Ashes in April. Good to see you. Hey, looky there. Dickie Lee is in the house. Hi, love. Good to see you. Margaret Harris. And just a whole bunch of people. Misty's Everyday Life. I like that name. That's awesomeness. And Donna Cooper is already asking, where's Robert? And that was part of the topic. The title tonight to the live chat is Alone Again and Where's Robert? And so we are going to cover that, I promise. And I see Beth is on here. Oh, Jackie Vickery is on here. Jackie, I never did answer you. You asked me when I do yoga, and I'll have a video out about it. But Jackie had asked me when I do yoga, do I do do I stream yoga classes, or do I already just know the moves and all of that? And I tell you what I use. This is what I use. I don't do the power yoga and but I do Yin Yoga, and this is the best book that I know of. If you buy it on Amazon, please use my Amazon affiliate link. There's a shameless plug right there. But otherwise, I have nothing vested in this book. It's just the best one that I know of for Yin Yoga and stretches. And I have I'm going to be doing that, and it gives I'm not showing you very good, but where is it? There it is. Anyway, it gives pictures and everything. And so anyway, sorry I never answered your question, Jackie, when you asked me, but there you go. Oh, good. Julie says she got a Friday night off, so here she is. Yay, Julie. Glad you could make it. Thank you, sweetheart. And Donna Cooper said, oops, I knocked that off. Donna Cooper says, hello. And Jackie says, cool, she'll check that book out. Okay, cool. So I was hoping you'd be on here tonight, Jackie. I had that there so I could, um, let's see, something's wrong with that link, I think, there, Kyle. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know why it's so long. Hey, Penguin Chick, good to see you. Anyway, I'm not going to do like a regular format tonight, you guys. But before I keep going, I want to share something with you. Um, so earlier there was like this sunset going on that was just like over the top. This that I'm fixing to show you was facing east. Hold on, I got to say hi to some more people. Tom Brown is here. Oops, I didn't click it right. Tom Brown. Hey, from Pahrump. Good for you, Tom. And Lola, I can't catch up. It's moving. Lola is in the house, and Lola, I didn't get to see your video yet about I think it's Whitney, Lake Whitney. I love Lake Whitney. Anyway, I gotta catch that video. Kura Queen from New Zealand is in the house. Good to see you guys. Oh, hi Gio and Allie. So good to see you. I love that, dear friend. So many of you on here tonight, and I just thought I would be alone. Thank you so much, Joni's RV Journey. Look at all y'all. Thank you. Hey, Peaches is in the house. Hello, my darling. Good to see you. Doreen, so many. So I want to show you this picture that this was facing east. Can y'all see how how the sun is hitting the mountains? That's facing east. That's not the west sunset, and it's just. I mean, I looked out and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so then I knew that the west sunset was going to be gorgeous. And here is one picture of the west. Look at that, you guys. That's no filter, no nothing on there. That's just how it looked. But hang on. Okay, are you ready for this? So and it's still going on, but it's so dark I can't show you, but it's still just incredible. And just a few minutes later, you guys, look at this. Look. Isn't that amazing? That is, again, no filter, no nothing. That's just straight what it looked like tonight, right out my back. Actually, not my back door, right outside my windows on the side of the RV on the driver's side. It was just incredibly beautiful. I got to put that back up. Look at that. Is that not just incredibly beautiful? And one of the prettiest sunsets I think that we've had so far this year. Just blew me away. And also I just want to share that I normally this week would have been having my 4th annual KOKO Fest. And I've got people on here that were at the very first one I held in 2017. I think Tiki was at that one. I saw somebody else that on here that was at that first one, and now I can't remember who. So, but anyway, but I didn't because of COVID, and so people are sending me pictures of saying, oh, sending me pictures of when they were at one of my meetups, and this one is from Ramblin' Rome. She sent that to me today, and I just love that picture. And that's me holding Bandit. And anyway, Ramblin' Rome sent that to me today, and so people all week have been emailing me pictures and saying, missing the meetup this year. And and Gio says that I must be close by because he almost got the same picture tonight. I am, Gio. We'll have to talk, my darling. And and Curtis is here, and he says that he did a time lapse of the sunset. I didn't get to do a time lapse, and it was so epic. I wish I had. I've done a few time lapse that I'll be sharing with you all on my videos, but I didn't get to do a time lapse tonight because I was getting ready for the live chat. Oh, and by the way, y'all look at my new sweatshirt. Can y'all see that? I can't. There we go. There's the logo upside down. It's hard to get the camera thing right. Anyway, I got my new sweatshirt, and this is my first day to wear it, and it's kind of chilly, so I'm really glad that I have it. Val's here, and she says Greg was there. Oh yes, he was. Greg was at my very first meetup. Thank you, Val. I'd forgotten about that. And then of course Val was there last year. So let's see. Let's see. Kathy says, nice. Now Robert can have his back. You want to know the truth? It had holes in it, and I'd gotten some bleach on it. I wore it one time when I was cleaning, and I got some bleach on it, and I offered it to him. I offered to give it back to him, and he told me no. I have no idea why he would have said no. It was kind of funny. And oh, Jackie says she got a KOKO sweatshirt with a hoodie. Yay! Thank you, Jackie. I love that. And so anyway, I wanted to share those pictures with you. And now a lot of people are asking, where is Robert? And so here's the deal, you guys. Robert has a family emergency, and he has to go to New York. 2,700-mile drive one way, and he is going to be busting butt and getting there as fast as he can. And I shared some more details. Oh, Robert's on here. He just typed, yes, where am I? Y'all hang on and I'll tell you. But I shared some more details on Patreon, but Robert's grandfather has gone was admitted to hospice this week. And so Robert is getting ready to book to New York. Now I put in the title, I'm alone, alone again, and Robert had to leave. I don't remember what the title of my live chat tonight was, but anyway, basically that Robert is already gone. But here's the deal. Fancy Free was not road ready because we had taken stuff out of her and we were going to remodel her to be a bug out vehicle. In fact, you guys, I'm going to show you one picture before I tell you where is Robert. We had even, I don't know, I don't know which picture it is. I think it's this one. Yes, there it is. So we even bought a tent. That's a Giselle tent. Oh my God, I love this tent. I'll put up an Amazon link for it. But I love, 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 love this tent. But we bought that tent because we were going to make Fancy Free a bug out vehicle to where we could go way remote and go tent camping and park the RV somewhere for a few days. Because with the RV, I can't get out to the deep remote places like I like. And, Robert's with me, so he can't. So that's what we were going to do. So we had pulled a lot of stuff out of Fancy Free and was going to do a remodel. And Robert had moved into Freebird, my RV, with me. Well, now all of a sudden he's got to hit the road, and we don't know how long he'll be gone. You guys understand that how family emergencies are, and he will be there to help and spend time with his grandfather for as long as he can. And so anyway, so we did as much as we could yesterday before it got dark. And then we were going to finish up today. Well, it just took a lot longer than we thought. And so we thought Robert would get on the road today. But to answer your question, where is Robert? By the way, this is him in Mike, you're on here. That in the bottom left corner is the kitchen part. We moved it over by the door, and the refrigerator now is underneath there. And then Robert's desk is on the other side. And Michael, we saved the also saved the pantry, and when we have time, we will use that. But today we just were kind of getting the RV. I mean the van ready for Robert to travel. And the truth is, you guys, I did not mean to lie to you. He's disappointed he didn't get on the road today, but it just took a lot longer than we thought to get the van road ready and to get him moved back into the van. And so Robert's right here. He didn't get on the road, and he's not feeling like being on camera tonight, understandably. And so but he's right here, and I didn't mean to lie. We thought that he would be on the road by noon, and it was just first one thing then another. And anyway, it just took forever. So is there anything you want to say, Robert, or you just want to be he's typing? So anyway, he's right here, but it's a hard day for him, and you guys understand that. So let me back up and answer some questions now. And I'm like, I can't talk. So let me see. I'm back up to where I shared about Greg is there. And Dream Traveler says Eileen is a sweetheart talking about Ramblin' Rome. Yes, she is. And let's see. I'm catching up, so hold on. Virginia says she's watching the lovely sunset from the west coast of British Columbia. Well, welcome, Virginia. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up and read as fast as I can. I'm just a little bit slow, you guys. Karen says ahoy from the Bay Area. That's cute. Oh, and then Robert's talking to everybody. Where am I? So Robert says he doesn't know where he is some days. And thank you guys for the well wishes to him. I'm gonna miss him like crazy, and I'm worried about him. He's a big guy. He's been traveling. He's been a nomad off and on his whole life, and so I'm not worried about him in that respect. not being with him and him traveling 2,700 miles as fast one way as fast as he can, and Fancy Free doesn't have snow tires or anything like that, and he's headed to the Northeast, and I appreciate everybody giving him prayers and lifting him up tonight. So, oh, Kyle says, what makes the gazelle tent better than others? Oh my gosh. First of all, they reportedly, and we have friends that have some and back this up, that the gazelle tents hold up in desert winds. And I mean, I'm sure they could get destroyed, but they hold up in desert winds. Most tents do not. It can get up to 50. In fact, what I have a video get preparing for 50-mile-per-hour winds, because that happens quite often out here in the desert. And so, and also it is easy to set up. It's basically a pop-up tent, and it's huge. Well, this one that we got, it's called the T4, and it's huge, and it was easy to put up. They're very durable. They are expensive, but they're worth it. And we didn't want to keep buying tents because, you know, like I said, the wind and everything out here destroys them. So we went in and we spent a little bit extra money to get a bug out tent that will last us for years. And at least that's the game plan. But right now, that's something else. Let me catch up on comments and I'll tell you what we're using it for right now, because it's just like part of the insane day that we had. Brenda says she's sorry to hear about your grandfather, Robert. By the way, Robert's grandfather's name is Cal, and we did a video in an interview with him on To Meander. We'll see if we can get that link up for you guys, because I'd love for you to go watch that video. Not now, wait till after the live chat's over. But I would love for you to go watch that video and meet Cal. Just my life is definitely better for having met him, and he's one of those loving souls, and you'll be glad you did. Anyway, Robert says, yes, we are recycling Mike's wonderful work from Fancy Free. Yes, we sure are. And let's see. And Robert says, thank you, everyone. And yes, Kyle, we decided when it got so late in the day, she's saying better to take one more day than to be rushed and discover that things were left behind. Not only that, moving out of the RV, getting the van road ready, and that included an oil and filter change, repairing a tire, doing some remodeling on the inside to be winter ready, and it was exhausting. And I didn't want. I was really glad Robert decided to stay an extra night, because he's so tired. And Lola is talking about the same thing. She says, try and clear your mind so you can drive safely, Robert. And oh, Isabel says, would you say hello to my sister Susie and Jean? I sure will, Isabel. Hi, Susie and Jean. Thank you for asking. And let's see. Y'all are being so kind. Thank you. Cal is just wonderful man. The whole family is. Let's see. And then Robert is sharing. He's typing and sharing with you guys more of what he's got going on and why he's going there. So he says he'll be filling in the gaps between what hospice is providing and other family members are able to provide, in addition to just spending as much quality time visiting as possible. And Robert is a former paramedic, so he will be able to serve the family well, and we want him to get there as soon as possible, but definitely safely. And let's see, Antonia on the road is here. Hi, Antonia. Did you get your bed fixed? I think something, right? Am I mixing? I don't think I'm missing people up. Did you get your bed fixed? And Sky Blue says they're beaming you up, Robert. He's over there answering you guys. I love that. Thank you. Let's see. And Life by the Sea is asking if he has chains. No, he doesn't. I mean, we're in the desert. This is, this is one of
I'm
those.
considering if I looks like I'm gonna run into stuff, I will stop and buy some.
See, he's here. He's talking. So he says that if he looks like he's going to run into bad ice or weather, well, he will. I mean, he will. But if it's bad enough, he will stop and buy some. The thing is, in this COVID day and age, dang it, you go into a store to get something, and it's not there. So I'm trying not to worry. And Bev and Steve are sending love from Texas, Robert. And that's my dear friends there. I'm trying to catch up. I got really behind on the comments. Ms. Letha is here and has knows what you're dealing with there, Robert. Oh, and there's my cousin Cindy that has joined Mike tonight. Let's see. I am way behind, aren't I? There's Jodi. She was one of the early birds. Hi, Jodi. And yes, Jodi, you don't need to worry about Robert being safe. He's a former paramedic. His mother is a retired nurse, and Robert also went through hospice with his late dear wife Terry. And there doesn't come anybody more responsible or careful about such things than my Robert. No worries. Um, okay, am I caught up yet? I'm almost caught up, right? uh, let's see. All right, so I think I'm caught up now. All right, so so I showed you Robert in the van, and we had to get it ready and everything, but and I showed you a picture of our tent that we got. But check this out. So there we had because okay. So here's the deal. First, let me explain. I'll come back to that picture. Okay, so I told you that we were going to make Fancy Free a bug out vehicle. So we that means that we need a lot of camping gear in her. Basically, it will go to deep remote regions and tent camp when we're not. I mean, we'll take the RV as far as she can go, and then when we want to bug out, like for what you guys would call a weekend, but we do this full time, so it would be our weekend, and who knows what day of the week it would be. But when we want to take a few days off and get way out in deep remote country, we're just going to do it in our new tent and go camping that way. And so we're going to rebuild the back of Fancy Free to be able to carry a lot of camping gear and everything and rescue gear for deep remote camping. And so we took the bed out. And so so to get Robert ready now to go to New York, we had to take the mattress out of the RV and put in the van today. And so she's looking a little naked back there. But that is what all is in the tent. You guys, so I did my Texas trip and I got 4 boxes and a huge cooler from my niece for actually my great niece that had been holding that stuff for me of photos and everything. And I got that from her. I got my dishes from Cindy and Mike that they have been holding for me. And then we got stuff out of storage to help with these remodeling projects. And all of that had been on that bed that I just showed you. And it's all in the tent now because we had to just get everything moved so Robert can get on the road. So that's a long story to tell you what we have been doing for 2 days. And both I can barely move. Robert is tired, and so he will head out in the morning. Oh, and I couldn't change the title on the video because once somebody clicks for a reminder, if you change I learned the hard way, if you change the title on the video later, then they don't get the reminder. And so I couldn't change the video, so I felt like I was fibbing to you guys a little bit, but not on purpose. He was going to leave today. Um, Robert, George, and Barb say to be sure to pack your woolly undies for going back east. And it's not really.
You should have got a photo with a pile of blankets and sleeping bags we got on the bed back there.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Robert is going with 2 or 3 sleeping bags?
2.
2 sleeping bags, 3 blankets,
Well,
right?
I got the comforter and then another comforter and then
That's 4.
an Afghan and a quilt and
I think that's it.
a top one. There's another one. Yes, there's a lot of layers. There's probably half dozen layers.
And I sent him
And he.
I'm sending him with my Wave 3 Olympian heater, and we switched out. I'm gonna, while he's gone, because I'm here in the desert, I don't really need that kind of powerful heat, and he will in his travels and while he's there, because there's no room for him to stay at his grandfather's, but he wants to be there, and so he will be doing mooch docking and be in his van, you guys, up there in New England in the
winter camping.
In the winter camping. He's going to be winter mooch docking and to take care of his grandfather. And so he took my Olympian Wave, and then I have his Mr. Buddy portable. Oh, there he is. He lives. He's joining us.
I'll come over for a minute.
Look how tired my baby is.
Yeah. Debra takes good care of me. She didn't want me getting cold, so she sent me with her better Olympian. It's definitely a better heater than the more comes from long-term use. It's more consistent. The Mr. Heater puts out a lot of heat. You got to turn it on and off all the time in the van.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to be comfortable. But my grandfather, he and my aunt have a 1-bedroom apartment that a dear friend has graciously let them stay at in his later life. Because she's been kind of taking care of him, and now all of a sudden he needs a lot more help than she can provide, because the poor woman's 75 years old and still trying, and she just can't do all the lugging and tugging. So it would be kind of cozy trying to stay there. So, and I'm used to being alone a lot, so peace and quiet. So that'll let me escape. My brother's got a place nearby. My sister lives not too far away, but there's nothing wrong with winter camping. I like it. So it'll be fun. It'll be an adventure. There you go.
Yeah. Deborah Alderman says you're starting to look like Santa Claus. Trust me, before
I'm working on it. My granddaughters,
No, we talked about this. I don't do the beard thing. So and
she does not. She's been asking me to shave before I leave.
I mean, not. I like beards, but trimmed. Anyway, so before he gets to his grandfather's, though, I guarantee you this man will clean up. His grandfather will fuss at him if he doesn't.
My grandfather's a retired minister. He was in show business for that. The man has been shaving and wearing a shirt and tie and a suit his entire life.
Yeah.
I was 8 or 10 years old before I saw the man without a shirt and tie on. We got to their house one day as kids, and I'm like, my brother and I we ran up on the breezeway and went to the door, and he opened the door wearing a button-up shirt, in Oxford, without a tie, and we both just stood there with our mouths hanging open, so we'd never seen the man without a tie on.
Y'all have got to go watch that.
So if they get too scruffy, he'll give me a hard time, and my mother will give me a hard time.
Yeah. Going to New England, he'll clean up. Trust me, he will. And I just realized that I did not do something, and I forgot. And I have a new patron that is on here tonight, Carol Meeks, also known as the lovely Glorious Life on Wheels, Glow. Carol, thank you. I forgot to welcome you tonight as a new patron, and I really appreciate that. I do that every Friday, and I forgot earlier on. So somebody is saying that you look paler than last week. Last week there was just a glitch, and we tried. I mean, if y'all will go back and watch, he was like this blood red. And if you'll go back and watch, he tried adjusting the colors and everything. He's really not, and he's not even as red as you're showing on there.
It didn't look bad on Debra's monitor, but when it rebroadcast, or I'd like looking at it even on my computer, I was like, whoa, I look red. Why is it making me so red? Yeah. So I don't know what happened with that, but little color balance thing, but
Yeah. And so he's good. He's really not sunburned.
Casey Neistat here got my shades going still. I mean, yeah, okay. They just left over from earlier. I
got to catch up on comments again. Entertain them for a minute, Robert. While I catch up. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So it's like a 2,700 mile drive. I've done that pretty fast. What are you looking at?
Lola says if the main roads need change cables, you should probably just stop. Absolutely.
Okay, we went 2 years ago.
Stop.
2 years ago in January. 2 years ago next month.
Stop.
We left RTR and raced to Wyoming because granddaughter number 4 was there. Granddaughter 4 was making her arrival. I got a text from my son. We knew he was going to be coming. Get a text from my son. Pops, you better get on the way. And we left that day, raced to Wyoming. We got to Lyman, Wyoming, slept at like 11 degrees or some crazy thing that night. We have a photo somewhere on Two Meander, I think, of Debra and the way she was dressed.
I had every piece of clothing I owned on.
And it started freezing rain there, so we stopped in Lyman for a few hours. That's in southwest Wyoming. Then we went on and up to Gillette, and as we went, the storm got worse. By the time we got I-25 heading north from Cheyenne going north, they were literally shutting the interstates behind us.
They were. They
inches of snow.
And coming this way, it was already close, so there was nobody. We felt like with the apocalypse, we were the only ones on the interstate.
In a white cargo van.
In a white cargo van, no chains.
With summer tires on it.
And I'm looking over at him because he's driving, and because anyway, I'm looking over at him, and he's just like, "Don't worry."
I was worried, but this might be good enough. I grew up in New England. I learned to drive on rear-wheel drive cars in winter, so it's not like I don't know how to do it. It's just I prefer not to these days. And ideally, I'd have like ATs on here, like we have on the gray van, but they're summer street tires. So when they wear out, I'll replace them with more aggressive tread tires, but they're not worn out. So they're 16 inches. They're big. They're expensive. I don't really want to, do it till I have to.
Yeah.
But so that's why I said, in a pinch, if I need to, I will buy some cables or chains. But hopefully, the same time, if it's a matter of, waiting a day, I'll just wait it out somewhere and continue on the next day too.
Yeah, and I just want to pop this up here if I can. So Lollapalooza is in the house, and y'all saw my video. She says she just noticed my extremely cool t-shirt. That's right, my extremely cool t-shirt from the Lollapalooza, the 2020 Lollapalooza. But on top of that, I just have to advertise one more time if I can figure out how. I'm wearing my new sweatshirt. No holes, no bleach, no nothing on it. And the new Teespring zippered hoodies, they got this really soft inside. I'm loving it. Okay, so Kathy Alston, I hope I'm saying your name right, wants to know why you didn't fly.
We actually talked about that. We talked about three things. We talked about driving the van, which is by default. And then Debra said, well, what about flying? And she said, what about renting a car and going? And what it comes down to is I can fly fairly inexpensively from Phoenix or Las Vegas, which are, we're in Southwest Arizona, so neither one is that big of a drive, a few hours, 2-3 hours. We fly pretty cheap, but then I'm going to land, that's landing me in Boston. It's a little more expensive. I want to get to upstate New York. And then there's just, either I got to rent a car or nobody's got a spare car. So I'm kind of like stranded, which I kind of don't want to do, and, I don't have all my stuff, and I don't want to stay.
So I'm like,
him. And
he's going to have to work.
I got to work, and so I got to lug that stuff, and it's just, if I end up being basically the plan is I'll go and stay for the duration. He's quite ill, so I'll just stay for the duration, and for the funeral and everything, come back. So I don't want to be living out of one bag for that long.
We don't know how long Robert.
I used to be really even more hardcore minimalist. I've traveled across the country with one bag. True story, more than once. I've traveled across the country on 30 minutes notice more than once. Again,
well, hell, Robert, when I met you, you were living in a Camry and had nothing but
everything fit in the trunk.
Yeah, everything he owned fit in the trunk. He didn't have anything. A lot of people that are doing these cars. That's why he has a book out, how to live in a car. Car living, because the man did it, and the man did it as a minimalist. There was nothing in his driver's seat, passenger seat, or back seat, and it was always immaculate. So
I'm
sorry, I don't know how I got off on that.
I could do it, but it's just. If I end up being there for a little bit, it'd be real nice to have my personal effects and things. And look to rent a car, but again, same thing. If it ends up dragging on for a while, that can be a challenge. And honestly, a lot of those little front wheel drives with street tires on them, again, which is what all the rental car places have, the cargo van does better because it's heavier, it's loaded heavy, and it actually does a lot better than like a pickup truck or a rear-wheel drive car because the vans are heavier.
And again, you guys look at this. Look at the picture. He has all of his stuff in there. It's got a bathroom. It's got a kitchen. You can see his desk it's a temporary desk that he's put in, and the bed
the
and
mess in the
everything.
box there will get cleaned up eventually. That's because I just redid some things and I have to get finished, you know,
We got as much
settled
done
back
as
in.
we could. Oh, there is Glow Carol, and then my mod Carol says hi Glow from the other Carol. That's too funny.
Yeah, if I end up stuck there for a little while, I mean, then I got all my stuff. My desk is set up there. I can work. It's just, you know, it'll be more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, then I'll make my way back out. And if this ends up being a while, there's always a possibility Debra can come out and join me. Then we have a vehicle.
It depends on how long he's gonna.
I kind of don't want to
be
get stuck
gone.
without a vehicle out there. I guess is the big issue.
Yeah.
And it's in the country. It's in a very rural area. So.
And Pamela says that if she wasn't in Minnesota, you could borrow her mummy bag. But my winter sleeping bag that he's taking with him is a mummy bag, and it is also minus
You
30.
need a minus
that's
30.
That's one of the 6 layers of bedding.
You need a minus 30 mummy bag in Minnesota in the winter. Been there, yeah. Never like live there. I've traveled to there in the winter.
Yeah. Lola's asking you if you can plug in at Cal's.
I probably can work that out if I need to. I definitely can at my brother's place, which is only about 10 or 15 minutes away. So sometimes I'll be there, I'm sure. But I probably can work that out. So, and then, yeah, the guy that, thank you, Tiki. I sat down a little bit ago. I sat down in Debra's seat, and she was getting ready, and she came on. I went to stand up, and I'm like, I couldn't quite get up.
Help him.
I'm like, oh boy,
He's
I sat too long.
So sore. I had to help him. Not that he's old or decrepit. He's 12 years younger than me, but he busted his butt today, and he was so disappointed he didn't get to get on the road.
Took longer than I thought it would, but it's set up pretty nicely. And I mean, it's not 100% done, but it's comfortable.
Kathy says I love. So while he was doing all that, and I would help him when I could, and when he needed help, he would call and ask me to come do something. But he had a hole in a pair of his jeans in the pocket, and so I sewed that for him today. I cooked him stuff to last on the road.
All married or engaged men know about that problem. The hole in the pocket, but this is a different one. It's the other pocket where the keys go. And my keys were falling. My keys were falling out. My keys were falling out when I walked around. So she didn't want that happening, so she fixed it for me.
I did, and because I wanted to contribute to as little stress as I can for him to have to experience, and so I also cooked him 8 hamburger patties, 6 sausages, 2 chickens, and anyway, for him to take on the road so that
I think I have pre-cooked meat all the way to New York.
Well, that's what I hope so. I hope so.
Quick as if it was not the day and age it is, I would love to stop and see some people along the way. Aside from the fact I'm trying to make reasonably good time, but I'm trying to stay as COVID. I'm going to visit my elderly grandfather and my elderly aunt and my elderly parents, and you get the idea. So
he's going to be very, very, very,
we're
very
out in the middle of the
careful.
desert. My mother was talking to the hospice nurse, and my mother's a retired RN, you know, and she's telling the nurse that the grandson was on his way from, she said California, because we're like basically in California and Mexico here, you know. And the nurse is like, oh, well, you know, they got a quarantine thing. They'll have to, let the nurses know because they'll have to wear extra, you know, PPE and stuff. And my mother's like, that's fine. But just so you know, he lives in a van. And he's out in the middle of the desert. So he's as COVID safe as anybody could be.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's a nice thing about.
And I want to keep it that way going there. So I'm only getting out of the van for gas.
That's another reason we nixed flying. Just too much exposure for him to go there,
much. And influenza and who the heck knows what else goes around these days. So the poor man has enough issues I don't need to contribute to by bringing something with me.
Yeah. Val says great guy.
I will mention while Debra's reviewing comments.
I know, I'm still reading. I'm sorry.
My grandfather always been close to him anyways. The man's 94 years old. He's had a fantastic life. My grandmother passed like 8 years ago. We lost my late wife Terry, my grandmother and an aunt who was like in her 50s within like 4-6 months. I don't know. It was just a few months the same year. It was crazy. But you've all had those, you know, where you don't lose anybody for a long time. Then it's like bang, bang.
That was a tough year.
And so he's 94. He still lives at home. My aunt's kind of been helping him out for a while now. And but all of a sudden he's just kind of everything's going wrong all at once. And they just don't really think they can do anymore. So, you know, I want to be out there to help. And hospice, when my late wife was on hospice, we had a nurse in there every single day. They gave me everything I needed. I was turning down services, guys. I mean, in the time since the county that it's the same county in upstate New York, they shut down their hospice program because they didn't want to pay for it. So they now send out, you have to share with a neighboring county. And aside from the taking an entire week from the referral to even get a nurse out there to get him,
he got out of the hospital,
admitted,
and it took a week to get the hospice.
Yeah, into hospital.
And that was with his mother, who's a retired nurse.
And she was every day on the phone. Yeah. They're sending in a nurse once a week and home health aide twice a week. So the family's already hired a private home health aide to supplement the health aide they're sending in because he needs, catheter care and, just assistance with. And my aunt did not want to do the catheter care.
Well, she's 75.
Nor should she have to.
Also, yeah, and she's 75. Cal's 94.
94. So.
Yeah, and so the whole point of that is COVID has changed everything, and then of course, like Robert said, it's sharing in the county and everything. But so the faster Robert can get out there, the better. And I know you were disappointed to not get there today.
Well, yeah. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to be filling in some of those gaps to make sure that things are taken care of.
Curtis says, let the air out of the tires to gain more traction. Curtis,
I keep saying I need to get a better compressor, like you used to have in your black truck.
Curtis, yes.
This thing's got those high pressure truck tires on it, light truck tires. And trying to reinflate, even with Debra's better one, mine is terrible. It'll do it, but it'll take like 2 hours.
Every time we go bug out.
Oh, man.
Every time we go bug out and we are in deep remote boondocking and going on roads we shouldn't go on, he always says, I need a compressor like Curtis has. I hear it all the time, Curtis. I need a compressor like Curtis had. Because you guys, Curtis is
takes an hour to inflate a tire on this thing with it.
One of the last times that I got to go out with Curtis, he used to have this beast of a 4x truck, and it was Billy, and it was Curtis and Bob Wells and me and Robert, and we went and we went and we went. And what Curtis is talking about and what he would do is, before we went too crazy, I mean, and I'm talking about goat paths. Curtis is probably laughing and going, they weren't that bad. They felt like goat paths to me. And I was in the back seat. Bob and I were in the back seat, and I'm looking down sometimes, and the mountain wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And so, but what Curtis would do is deflate the tires. And then when we got back to a normal road, he would inflate the tires again because he had that set up in his 4x. And Robert is probably going to, when we rig Fancy Free to be a bug out vehicle, Robert is probably going to do something like that because he's always talking about that.
That and more aggressive tires.
Yeah, I've got street tires on there. So
Greg had these great XTs on the
and Greg and Val have a kick-ass truck too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're wanting a truck and a trailer so bad. We're just too poor to afford it right now, so we're doing tent camping. But we want a truck and a trailer.
Greg put some great XTs on the gray van, and I'm telling you guys, even for a van, I took that thing places. And Greg, we were stopping stores not too long ago. Greg and I went out and did a little exploring, and we both wore masks. We're all safe, N95s even, but we were swapping stories. And we both have taken that van places we didn't want to be, and it just kept going. So definitely looking forward to upgrading the tires and getting a compressor on board that actually will reinflate them, so I can.
Okay, you ready? Okay, thank you, Debra. That's very kind. But are you ready for this next comment?
Okay, I can't see that far. So
I know. It's from Peaches. Now we need a storage tent. Patricia, Peaches, I went out there this evening.
Enough said.
Oh, God. I went out there this evening to that tent, and it is full. I can barely unzip the door and get in the dang thing. It is full. It is ridiculous. And so, in addition to writing and finishing my book, hopefully while Robert's gone, so that I've got that behind me and can be with him better when he needs me, everything in the tent's got to go because it ain't coming back in the RV. Well, except for what his that he had to put in there. But yeah, it's got to go. So I'm back to the culling. 3 piles. Yes, no, maybe. And then you repeat the maybe pile until there is no maybe pile. And that's what I'm going to be
I
doing.
kind of gone the other way. I started off with, literally traveling in one bag, you know, um, take
Hi,
a
Glue.
bus or hop a ride with somebody going wherever I wanted to go, and then I got the car, that was great. Then I had the minivan, and that was like luxury. Then I had the gray van, and that was luxury again. And the white van, kind of the same thing,
From
storage
the
white.
Camry.
So
Luxury.
so I got like usually a room to spare, but. And if I
I
tease
hope
Debra, I'm
you
like,
do,
man, you
Rita.
got a big RV, and you got a hitch
I,
hole in the back. I mean, how on earth
oh,
are you?
hey, so y'all are gonna drop your jaw on this one. Okay, so I got to get rid of all this stuff. Okay, so we have this tent that isn't supposed to be for storage, but that was a good one, Peaches. So we have this tent that isn't supposed to be for storage, but that's what it's being used for right now. And so we, like he said, we have the hitch all. We're looking at and all of this is money dependent, but we're looking at getting until we can afford a truck and a trailer. That's what we really want, a 4x truck and a trailer that one day. And so we're looking at getting a bigger hitch all in one box. And are y'all ready for this? It's almost embarrassing to say, you guys, but it's the truth. I want to put a toolie on top to put his tools in because I need the tools out of the
Yeah.
RV because I need
Y'all
to
have seen some of those
store
old
these.
episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies, right?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's gone from
We need a
living
clip of that. We
comfortably,
need a clip of that to share.
yeah, living comfortably in a Camry with everything he owned being in the trunk to I'm asking him for a bit larger hitch all and Thule on top of an RV. He just about passed out.
Debra's a trained scientist. Maybe she knows the term for this. There's some scientific principle, a law that's irrefutable. That the more space you have, the more stuff ends up accumulating to fill available
That's
space.
true. No, that is true. It's called the vacuum, and I can't remember. It's a
Instead of like nature abhors a vacuum and all
yeah.
that stuff. Is that the?
I have my degree was in biology, and I have a double minor in chemistry and physics. And you'd think I could remember the law, but
Oh, hey,
it
I
is a
saw. Speaking of
vacuum.
biology, I saw two.
Wait,
I saw two beetles the other day over there.
two beetles.
Yeah, you really only see one. There were two
The
big
big,
beetles.
he's talking about the big black beetles, and what they do when they get scared is they bury their head in the
Pretty funny.
sand. Like if they can't see you, you can't see them, and they're
If you
hilarious.
don't,
They just walk along, and then all of a sudden they do that. But hang on, I'm gonna. So Yvonne says, do I have KOKO shirts and hoodies in 4X and 5X in purple? I don't think the hoodie is available in purple. I'll have to look and see. But please go to my Teespring store. You can they get it through debradickinson.com and go to the store that
yep,
way, Robert?
yep.
Yeah. So, oh, look, Kyle already gave her the link. Look at that. Why am I even talking? I don't even need to talk. But anyway, Yvonne, if you don't see what you like, please email me at debradoesrvlife@gmail.com, and girlfriend, we'll work it out. I'll find a way to get it for you. And thank you, mods, for taking care of her while we were yakking and having fun. And
Caught up.
yeah, not yet.
So those
Not
beetles,
not even close. Jean says you seem to be so much happier together than separately. That's why we're
like two
married.
beetles with their heads in the sand. They're hysterical because if you see them, it's funny enough when you see them do it. But a lot of times you'll be strolling along and they see you coming, you don't see them, and all of a sudden you look down and there's this beetle with his head, and they're good sized beetles, right? Okay, heads in the sand, back ends like nosedive, right? Back ends straight up in the air, they're perpendicular, legs are going still maybe, and it's just hysterical. And it's like Deborah said, it's like if they can't see you, you can't see them. It's like playing hide and seek with the granddaughters,
It is. It is.
But it's really funny. We don't see him do it. He's walking along like, what the heck? And poor Bandit. Bandit comes along. He'll just sniff them, and then they do it. They bury their nose.
You're getting in trouble. Mouse Boot says, "Hey, hey, hey." You get him. He can't talk about age anyway because I'm 12 years older than him.
I spent a decade or two thinking my grandparents were in their 50s, and I finally realized my parents were in their 50s, so my grandparents couldn't be. Now I'm in my 50s. I don't know.
Yeah. And Rita, you must have said something about getting on the road, honey, and I missed it. I'm sorry. And Forever Best Friend is here. Let's see. I'm catching up. Hang on. Uh, oh, Curtis, are you talking about a
Oh, no kidding.
what are they called?
Compressor. No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, these tires are like max 80, but I think I'm running like 65 on the backs and 55s in the front or something. But yeah, those little 12-volt compressors, boy, they take a while.
Carol and Kyle,
there
y'all
you go.
are cracking me up. Y'all are making me hot. I gotta take off my coat.
If it keeps us from getting stuck when we're out adventuring, it'd be real romantic.
Yeah, we probably ought to put it on our wish list so we don't forget that we need to get one. Let's see. Peter and Kodiak are here. Hi guys, good to see you. And Victoria says Happy Hanukkah, Victoria. Let's see. I'm catching up. Hold on. Wow, Forever Best Friend is thinking about making their Class C a four-wheeling machine. That would be really freaking awesome. To do that on this vehicle, I think would cost about $20,000. So probably would never make this Class C a four-wheeler, but I definitely want a four-wheel drive truck.
When I met Debra 5 years ago, she was talking about her dream vehicle being an earth roamer. So,
yes, nothing has changed. I still want four-wheel drive so I can get way out. And in the meantime, Freebird will get us as far as she can, and then Fancy Free will take us even further, and then we'll take the tent and go even further.
You got 4 drive wheels now. There's all on one axle. Dualies.
Oh, dualies. Let's see. Oh, Carol's asking everybody to hit the thumbs up. Yes, please do. Most of you have, and I appreciate that. We have 146 on right now. That is so good. Mouse boots. So get a bigger tent. No, get less stuff. I don't know what that was in reference to, mouse boots. So I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing, but no,
this
less
one's already 8x8 with a 6-foot center height, which is nice. 8x8. Oh yeah, it's kind of.
Pamela asked, do nomads have yard sales? Actually, what we do at meetups is we usually all have a free pile, and with the agreement that at the end of the meetup you go get your stuff that nobody picked up, so that the coordinator like me doesn't have to make a dump run. But
usually works out pretty well.
It does.
Everybody ends up with stuff they don't need, or they got something new and don't have room for it, or just don't need. It does replaces the purpose. And other people need something and they haven't gone to buy it or haven't been able to find it yet. So it usually works out really well.
But the problem is this year the organized meetups aren't happening. And so, but I've seen on forums and in Facebook groups that a lot of nomads are starting to exchange information that way and say, I have this to give away, or I need this. And that seems to be working really well for those that are in the Quartzsite area right now. And it's kind of like an informal Craigslist with no money being exchanged. It's still it's like the free pile, but it's online. But we don't have garage sales. Oh, honey, look, Chuck and Letty are on here, and they say safe travels, Robert.
Thank you, folks.
Bye,
yeah,
Tom.
Thank you, everyone. Seriously, thank you, everyone, for all the kind wishes and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Glad to see y'all on here, Chuck and Letty. I think I'm so far behind. I don't know if I can catch up. I'm trying. Michael says, "What? The tent didn't have a vestibule?" No, but there's some people that are camped like 3-4 miles from us.
Oh, yeah,
that they have like tent city, not as in rags and homeless tent city. I don't mean that, but like they have these huge like tents. It's like 3 put together, and then they have this long, like you'd think you're going down a red carpet to enter their tent. It's I can't imagine what it took to set that up.
Interesting pallet construction too at camps this year, but
yeah,
that's an aside.
Oh, look, thank you, Carol. Carol says nothing wrong with a Thule. Thank you, Carol.
Except the price.
Well, yeah, but we need one. We need one. And Glow, we need to get together to do that. I loved your ideas on videos. Let's see. I'm catching up. And escargot. I'm missing it.
Well, she's catching up. If it was not the middle of the winter, I would bring Debra to New York with me. As a matter of fact, while we were trying to coordinate everything, I think we got it figured out now. Debra actually offered to drop everything and fly to New York to help take care of my grandfather till I could get there with a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of person she is. So you guys don't think she is not invested in this. And if the weather was better, so it'd be easier to stay in a vehicle, she'd be going with me. It's really going to be tough with the weather and limited places to stay. And I mean, upstate New York can dish out sub-zero pretty consistently, during winter. So highs in the 20s or 30s sometimes. So not always. It's not always that bad, but it can be. So yeah.
Yeah,
don't really want to do that to her if we don't need to. So
that he always thinks of me and my disability, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, hon. So Carol Stockman says, "Are we going to decorate for Christmas in the rigs? More stuff? No, but no." But
my granddaughter's decorated enough for me and them combined.
Every day they call and show him what they did. But I did want to put like a wreath or a bow or something on the grill, but I'm not going to, and especially since I may be alone for Christmas this year, I'm just not going to. But I will tell you that when I got rid of my sticks and bricks and started downsizing and culling to do this life, I'm going to tell you, I had 32 boxes of Christmas decorations. And so for that included outside and
you all
inside.
seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when he tries to light up the town? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, included outside and inside. But yeah, I can get carried away with Christmas. So I kind of missed that. Year before last, I had a flat and I got stuck out in the desert and I was by myself for Christmas. I think it was year before last. And so I had the tire in Fancy Free. I was in the van then. I had the tire in Fancy Free, and I thought, oh, that's just a perfect little Christmas tree stand. And so I went out and I got like a dead limb, and I just put one little ornament on it, and I called it my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I'll have to go find that picture. Not right now, but I'll find it.
You haven't ever gone to me with Wyoming for Christmas, have you?
I haven't.
No. Since we've known each other, about half the time I've stayed in the desert, the other half I've gone to Wyoming.
Mike says back to the casino.
So, but yeah, one of these times, I told her this year, because I was debating whether to go this year. And I told her, if I go this year, no, from now on, you're going with me. We're not leaving you in the desert alone anymore.
Yeah.
And then of course, this other thing came up while I was still debating whether to try and run up there for Christmas. So it's also hard because now one of my granddaughters is in New York, too. They're not even all in Wyoming like they used to be. So
yeah, and I was looking. I think Christmas this year is on a Friday, and so I won't be alone because I'll be doing a Friday night live. But so that'll work.
I gotta republish my humorous meme from last year too for Christmas in the desert. I did that up last year.
You did?
Yeah, I go on social media again. It's coming that time.
Yeah. So Carol, I saw that Kyle answered you that I'm not having my meetup this year, and it made me very sad. I have a video up about that. Yeah. So if we can grab that, so if somebody can grab that link to that video and put it up, where I talk about my
goofing off.
Who? Oh, this one. Hey, Robert, you're confusing me. Stop it. But yes, the fourth annual KOKO Fest would have. The fourth annual KOKO Fest would have been this year, so. Yeah.
That's a bummer you were not able to do it.
Yeah, and
there's so much going on, and so many rules and
Robert,
we're not complaining about, but a lot of regulations you had to comply with and stuff, and it really was difficult.
Where's the calendar? Did you get it?
Right here. Okay.
So Carol is asking, do we have meandering? Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry. Do we have meandering merch? And yes, we have this calendar.
This is Meandering's branded?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Hold on, I'll get it. There you go. It's all backwards, so it's tricky. There you go.
Yeah. And so, did you want to give one away tonight?
Why don't we do that?
Okay. Well, when I get caught up on comments.
If you don't win, we're going to do that in a minute. So stay tuned. Don't go and check off and go watch somebody else's live stream because you want this calendar. This is epic. Everybody that's gotten their hands on this thing has oohed and ahhed and raved. And even my granddaughters today, theirs arrived in the mail. They opened them on the phone with Pops because they're on the phone with Pops every day.
Oh, that was so funny.
We're pretty impressed with it, too. So everybody loves this thing, not just tooting our own horns.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this.
And it's
full price, $29.99.
Oh, yeah.
But everything in my store at robertwitham.com, including this calendar, is 20% off from now through Christmas night at midnight. I don't know what time zone that is. Whatever my web service is, I guess. So, but anyways, these are limited supply. I only have just so many. We order what we can afford. Deborah almost divorced me before we got married when I ordered these things. So
Yeah, because he ordered like a ton of them, so he has to sell them.
If you want them, you go ahead and get them. But we're gonna give one away in a minute. But otherwise, they're like, I think it's like $24 on sale. We're doing it as cheap as we can, but full color printing, heavy cardstock is expensive. So there you go.
And 30% off includes everything of his, including
20%.
20%, I'm sorry.
Man,
includes everything.
Some business partner she is.
Including Meanderings Magazine. RobertWitham.com. Y'all go there.
Discount code Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Discount code
when you
is
get
Christmas.
To your checkout, just put in discount code Christmas and you get your discount. Right. That includes the annual subscriptions on this. So.
Okay, yeah.
Everything on the store.
Yeah. And let's see. What else? Oh, Carol Stockman said, "Oh my God, that's crazy, Debra." When I shared how many boxes I had, I know it was crazy. When I was married to a wealthy attorney, I actually hired people to decorate the outside. I would never spend money like that now. I'm such a totally different person. I would just never spend that kind of money anymore. But so it is wrong. So this is Off the Hook for You, and it's not George and Barb. For years, I called them George and Barb. And so I'm not sure which.
You're looking at one of your meetups.
Yeah, I'm not sure which meetup it was. It was, I think, 2018, or I think. Anyway, they were there. And so I'm talking, we're all sitting in a circle around the campfire and everything, and I'm talking to them. And by the way, just so I don't forget, Off the Hook for You, her name is Teresia, and her husband's name is Jack. But I was calling them George and Barb. That's who I thought they were. I've always called them George and Barb. And so finally, they're so kind and they're so nice. And I think it was probably Teresia that spoke up and said, "Honey, that's not our names. We're Jack and Teresia." And I mean, I'd been calling them that for over a year, you guys. It's not like I had just called them that day. And I'm like, well, then who's George and Barb? And so then Nana's Joy, who is on here sometimes, she spoke up and she goes, "Well, my husband's name is George." But anyway, Teresia, not Barb, made a brown stocking for BANDIT, and yes, it will definitely get hung up, as will the angel, because the angel represents for me, now that you crocheted me, Teresia, my fur babies that have since passed. And so both of those stockings will definitely get hung.
And quick aside, 2021, mark your calendars now, December 2021, when Debra does her next meetup again. You guys don't want to miss it.
It's
because there are tons of awesome
all year.
people, including people like George and Barb.
Yeah.
Tons of awesome people. So you don't want to miss it. We've made lifelong friendships from meetups.
And I'll be planning all year, so it's going to be double fun. But so Carol is saying that people are wanting to know how is BANDIT, and I will get to that. He's sleeping over there because he made every step both of us made today. So I told y'all all the work and everything we did today. BANDIT was running back and forth between the two of us all day, and so he is exhausted.
He's busy causing me stress, chasing coyotes across the desert.
He did. He didn't because we don't let him. But it always freaks Robert out when BANDIT sees one, because we don't. He's afraid he's going to, but we don't let BANDIT chase coyotes. Don't get us in trouble on here, Robert.
Over here, dog.
Amy says that she is new to our channel. Welcome, Amy, and thank you for your kind words, and especially for Robert. Thank you, Amy. And
trying to wave there, but
I know it's off camera.
I'm off camera. Oh, thank you, Amy. We work with an established marker. I know where it is.
Michael says BANDIT must be lost in the tent with the rest of the stuff. He could be. I could be in there for a year and we wouldn't find him. That tent is so stuffed full. It's just so depressing. So let's see.
She promised me it's going to be all done when I come back, all ready for me to strap the tent onto the roof.
That's your answer. That one right there. I'm a talker, but when Robert. And Robert's usually, Michael and Cindy can attest to this. Robert can be very shy and very quiet and very introvert and withdrawn. But when he gets going, just, what is that? Let the gates open, or who let the dogs out?
Well, she'll see me the first time I put myself on video. I said, I was already editing videos. I had to do it. I know how to fix stuff. I set up the camera, opened my mouth, nothing came out. Now I just turn it on and start talking.
And that video video that he's talking about was the video that he was making with Bob Wells, and the camera came on, and he just kind of went, and it was cute, it was adorable, and Bob got him out of that.
Yeah, my first time on real videos with Bob. I'm nothing like no pressure, right? No pressure.
And now he does.
Hey, Robert, you want to do a video on the tents? Oh, sure, Bob. Video?
And now Robert can do videos.
2016, right? Up in I mean, it's going back a while. So.
It's so funny. That will happen. Oh, that will happen, Carol. That will happen. And Lynn is here. Hi, Lynn.
Lynn, I saw that link you sent. Very cool. Thank you.
I didn't see it yet, Lynn.
She sent me something.
For you? Okay. Yeah. All right.
With everything going on today, I didn't respond on text, but I did see it. Thank you.
Oh, that's too funny. Nomadic Ramblers is on. Hello, you guys. Good to see you on here. I met them at Lollapalooza too. Well, actually, I think I just met the Mrs. Let's see, but he knows how to eat. Robert does.
Y'all, if you ever were in the Gulf Coast of Texas, and Cindy wanted a second career and had a restaurant going, I'm telling y'all, that's the place you don't want to miss.
Yeah, he's probably lamenting that it
didn't. She spoils me. She cooks stuff she knows I want to eat, but I shouldn't.
Yeah, he's probably lamenting that family gene.
These killer baked beans and stuff. Oh man.
Yeah, he's probably lamenting that family gene didn't roll over to me. But
every time we make it down to Texas, Mike and Cindy feed us way too well.
Yeah. So Megan says that we are giddy tonight, and it's because we're so tired. Probably, you know how that. Yeah.
Too much coffee.
He's still drinking coffee.
I was supposed to be leaving this evening, so Debra made me an entire thermos full of coffee.
I did. I made him extra coffee, and so now
I test Starbucks stuff, and then
so now he's drinking.
I'm leaving, so I'm drinking it for the.
But you need to sleep tonight so you can get up in the morning
tell me that.
And travel.
We don't have decaf. We don't keep that stuff at the house.
Oh, look. That's making me hungry, Peaches. Peaches,
oh.
the restaurant where we ate.
Come on, tell the story.
The Peaches, the restaurant where we ate here in Courtside.
It's an open-air outside restaurant. Open-air outside.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you're telling a different story?
Yeah.
She's telling a different story.
Peaches. The restaurant where we ate when you bought Robert's van, Denise's Bakery or whatever, Darlene's Bakery, it went under, and so did several restaurants. It's really sad.
But we have a fun story about a food truck.
I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm just gonna let him talk. Go.
All right, we stopped the other day because we were busy doing errands, getting ready to leave.
Yesterday.
So now we're careful, guys. We're careful. You know, we stopped at one of our favorite places.
I know what you're gonna tell
It's an open-air eatery, so plenty safe. Okay, all the germs can circulate in the air.
And we wore a mask until we ate. So yes.
So I can't ever say the name of the place right, but go ahead and tell us.
Maia's.
There you go. Thank you. I try. Okay.
Okay. So
even Bandit laughs at my Spanish.
No, you got good Spanish. So Maia is. We look forward to seeing her. This is our third winter to see her, and we've kind of gotten to know her family. And at my meetup last year, we took everybody over to the food truck, and everybody ate there and got to meet her family too. But anyway, we told her that we were engaged, and she was so happy. She screamed, and everybody in the place turned around and looked, and we were like, and then she goes,
there were only like 3 other people in the place. It's open air.
Well, no, even the people at the fire, the wood place next door, everybody in the vicinity looked, and she said, I can't wait to tell my daughter, and she wouldn't take our money. She comped our lunch as an engagement gift.
And I was telling Debra, one of the fun things about, because I love going to places, one of the fun things about going back to certain places every year is you get to know people.
Yeah.
And so there's this lady that I don't even know where they're from, but she has this food truck in Courtside every year, and we go there every year. So we said, hey, we can go there and eat open air. That'll be good. Well, let's do that. And then she graciously gifted us an pretty awesome meal because we got engaged. So I told Debra she should get more engaged more often.
He said we ought to get engaged more often or get engaged again or something like that. I'm like, no, one time. This is a one-time deal. You're stuck. Sunk. I came out stunk. Sunk and stuck. How did it come out? I don't know now.
Not quite right.
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh, before I forget, this is just a show and tell. Okay, so these are safety glasses. Oh, they're a little bit dirty, but they're just. Oh, I can't see anything now.
You
But
couldn't
anyway,
see anything last night either.
so these are just safety glasses. But so we did a fire last night, and the
She
smoke.
got them for me, like working under the rigs and stuff when I get stuff falling on
Yeah,
my
they're
faces.
they're for
My
Robert.
face. I have one face. My face. My eyes. My face and my eyes.
Okay, we're tired.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, these are safety glasses. But you guys, I was like, why? And this is my 6th year being a full-time 24/7 nomad. I can't tell you how many campfires that I've sat around. And it was my first time to think, oh, I'm going to go get the safety glasses and the smoke won't bother my eyes. Now, before y'all tell me just move if the smoke's blowing towards you. Here in the desert, the smoke just kind of does this.
Smoke follows beauty. It chases her all the way around the fire.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Chases her all the way around the fire.
No, but you can't get away from it.
Especially when somebody buys cheap wood that smokes a lot.
Yeah, we're not buying that cheap wood anymore. But this, if you guys have safety glasses and you're around a campfire, wear them because it you don't get smoke in your eyes. It was brilliant. I was like, oh, it was brilliant.
Debra also has fire gloves too, thank courtesy of Mark and Irene, Adventures with Jane, because she likes to play in the fire. Mike, you're probably onto something there. It is past my bedtime. We'll go with drunk on love for.
Oh, that's so
for
sweet.
purposes of this, that's my final answer.
I know we're at that punch drunk slap happy stage. Yeah, isn't that true, Peter? It's like it's safety glasses for smoke. I'd never thought of it till now. Let me see if I can get uh oh, Rita says free taco. She's in. No, the lunch she comped us. I don't remember. He got
I got the free taco thing with corn tacos, but it was like corn tortillas, but it was like how many? I mean.
No, you got corn tortillas, but you got steak, grilled. I can't think of the Spanish name, not carne asada, but anyway, steak with peppers and onions and rice and beans and a whole big plate full, and the corn tortillas. So it was like one of her top premium dishes. And then I got a carne asada burrito, and she comped all of that. I couldn't believe it. Brenda says she got safety glasses with reading lenses in them.
I haven't seen those.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to find those. And Peter, yes, I'm sure you do. Where you have to that or some sort of shield as well. But I'm gonna see if Bandit will. Oh, did I just mess you up on a drink?
No, you just whacked me with the back of your chair. Your back of your bar stool is just swinging around.
You need to come say hi.
Debra's got a high desk in here, so she actually has a bar stool thing to sit at.
There's Bandito. Hey, he's so sleepy. Can y'all tell? He was asleep. I just wanted them to see you because everybody's asking where you are. Oh goodness, you got burpees. He got burpees.
Tiki, I thought Tiki was on here earlier. Tiki, I was in a Walmart in Parker, Arizona the other day, and I had to think of you because even though we're on opposite sides of the state, I saw somebody who looked a whole lot like you and wore clothing like I could see you wearing, and I literally did like a double take and a triple take and a quadruple take, going, I don't think it is. It sure looked like, it really made me, I don't think she's over this way, but boy, it made me, it might be really embarrassing if it was and I didn't say hi, but I don't think it was.
Boy, that'd be bad. She wouldn't let you hear the end of that.
Pretty sure it wasn't because I haven't heard from you, but about that. But
that's too funny.
I thought of you anyway.
Yeah. So him so sleepy. Can y'all tell? Him so sleepy. Bandit's in shock. What live stream? He's just sleepy and tired. Actually, he's looking for his treats. Because he knows that word.
Man, they're all over there too far.
Yeah, he knows that word, but
dinner yet?
I know we've gotten to where we're leaving his food out because we're trying to work with him on his food aggression, and oh goodness, you got your sleepies. Anyway, so we're leaving his food out, and because he growls. He's regressed a little bit. He attacked me the other night just walking by. And so instead of just feeding him twice a day, I still feed him twice a day, but I leave some kibble
in his... Feeds me twice a day, too.
I leave some kibble in his bowl now because by the time we get up to Wyoming with Robert's granddaughters, he has got to get over his aggressive streaks. And so, we're working on things like that. But right now, he's just sleepy. So I say, okay, I'll see y'all later. Say bye. I gotta go back to sleep now. I gotta go bye bye. You wanna go bye bye? You wanna go lay down? Okay, come on. Nope, you wanna stay? Okay, you can stay. What you wanna do? No, he wants to go back. Good boy. Okay, good boy. All right, guys. Now he jumps down and goes and gets some water. Did I miss anything? I'm sure I did. Oh, Kathy says that she said we just want to make sure you weren't lost in the tent. Yes, Kyle, I know, but it doesn't. Bandit can have. He just does that. It's not because change or anything else. He just, when it was just me and him for 4 months in the summer in an RV in the desert, he'd be fine 1 minute and 1 minute not. And I'm really hopeful that the abuse that he suffered didn't do permanent damage. I'm hoping that he will continue to grow. He's come like 85% as far as we need him to, but I can't afford to have him around Robert's granddaughters or anybody really and bite them. And he does bite. So
Peaches, I think you're on to something. You figured it out. I wasn't going to tell everybody, but
did I whack you again?
Well, at least once anyway, maybe twice. There you go, right there.
When
See?
I turned.
See?
Okay,
she's
sorry.
Figured out,
I
so,
didn't notice it. That's hilarious. So Robert is leaving first thing in the morning, Amy.
Yeah,
we're going to have to set the alarm
this morning. I thought we'd have everything done yesterday.
Well,
and we got the tent set up. We got a few things done in the van. It was like the sun was going. I was like, okay, whatever. We'll finish it up in the morning. I'll still be on the road.
He wanted
Friday.
I know you
like
wanted
planned.
to be.
That's all right. It's all right. And yeah, it just we did a little finish work, a little detail we didn't have to do. But I mean,
no,
I'm reasonably happy
like
with where
of trim.
I'm a little reasonably happy where we got things to. I got a little putting away to do and stuff like that. There's a box sitting on a commode. It's still got to get stuff's got to get put away, but we'll get there. But it's functional and usable. So, and it just took longer than I thought. And Debra was busy cooking for me, so I look fat in that picture. I'm on a diet, guys. Honest, no Mexican.
Well, it's also the angle of the camera, and we had just gotten to where we were walking. Robert had been walking 5 and 6 miles a day, and I joined him, and I did almost 4 miles, and I'm setting up to do my yoga and everything, and so I'm worried about him, not being able to stick to his diet and his exercise. But
snowshoes.
It's snowshoes. Hey, yeah, like in Standing on the Precipice, my story. Oh wait, how long have we been on? Oh, we're way over. Kathy says, "Do we have to shut you two down tonight?" Look how long we've been on.
Usually you're well aware when you're getting up on us. Been an hour.
So Kyle says it was the angle, plus no one looks slim in an auto seat. That's true. That's true. And yes, Peter, the walking is helping with keeping blood pressure down and his blood glucose count almost halved, like half of what it had been.
Doing pretty good with eating. Now working on the more exercise, so making progress.
Yeah. And guys, I just realized how long we've gone, and so we are going to log off.
Are you going to give away a calendar tonight?
Oh gosh, I did. I said I would give away a calendar. Okay,
bait and switch, huh?
I know.
Let me give away a calendar. Here's a picture of a fat guy in a van.
Oh, Robert, that's not true. Okay, so I'm gonna make it hard for you.
Oh, I don't even know what's coming, guys.
Yeah,
I don't even know what's coming.
I'm gonna make it hard for you because this is like our third calendar to give away. So I'm gonna make it hard for you. I told y'all, and the link has been put up several times. Of if you can tell me the full name of Robert's grandfather. There's three words, not 2. If you can tell me the full name of Robert's grandfather, I'll send you we'll send you the calendar. You win the calendar. Robert's looking at me very dubious, but it's on the title of the video.
Okay. There you go.
So the first one that puts that types in Papa's full name gets the calendar.
But that's the first time he was on YouTube too, so you want to check that video. he and my grandmother were in professionally in show business in
Yeah.
England. Very well known, live TV, live radio. First time he was on YouTube was with us. He was he's very comfortable audio, but kind of got a little camera shy in
Yeah.
his later life. And Debra was able to get him to sit down and do an interview that was a lot of people were baffled at.
Look. Okay, so we got
Oh,
one.
there you go. There you go.
Teresia.
Going to Utah. All
Yeah,
right.
all right. So we will get this
Send
in
it up to Barb and George.
Yeah,
Will the post office deliver it to Barb and George? I mean,
Barb and George, it'll be on its way. His name is Dusty Cal Witham, and like Robert was saying, they used to be in showbiz. Virginia, I'm so sorry,
Dusty
you were
Cal and
second.
Bonnie Louise.
Dusty Cal and Bonnie Louise, they headlined for like Patsy Cline and George Jones, and anyway, back in the day. And so go watch that video, and we will send this to Jack and Teresia. And thank you.
Do you have their mailing address?
I think I do. If not, I'll get it.
Okay.
But anyway, so thanks everybody. That's it. Go to robertwitham.com and get everything off for 20% off.
Annual subscriptions, the magazine, ebooks, that kind of stuff.
He's afraid he's going to be in
20% off through Christmas.
Pamela.
Discount code Christmas.
Says congrats, Barb and George. Yeah, he's afraid he's going to be in trouble with me because of all the merchandise he ordered. So, Robert, they're all
buy some calendars.
they're all telling you to have a safe trip, Robert.
Thank you, everybody. Seriously, I appreciate that.
Val says she got her calendar that she ordered, and she says it's absolutely beautiful, best quality she's ever had in a calendar. And love that each page is cardstock with glossy photos. And
Val,
he took all those photos.
Yeah, the photos are all mine. We got to the ordering thing, and we paid extra to get the glossy and cardstocks. We just felt like we wanted to give the people the best calendar we could, and it wasn't that much more. So, I mean, it was a minimal difference on the price to do that. So.
And Robert's discount code when you check out from his store is Christmas.
Because it's Christmas time.
And, and you get your 20% off.
You get it.
Thank you, Kyle.
Through midnight Christmas. So
we
there you go.
forgot about that. So, so Pamela's telling you, don't worry, the doghouse is full. That's a good one.
So's the tent.
That's what she meant. That's what she meant.
Yeah, no room over there.
Eastbound and down, and Peter says goodbye. And eastbound and down. I love that. That's right. He says got a long way to go and a short time to get there. He's always saying that. All right, guys, we love you. See you down the road, and as always, keep on keeping on.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Bye. Love you. I don't know where the button is. Hang on. I can't hang up yet.
It always happens.
I know. There it is. Okay, bye.